The story begins with a little girl called Lily who worked in a shop. To gave her dad
in advance,
a new pair
carefully
of
measured
shoes.
the size of the shoes, and then sandwiched the measured branch between her school bag. The next day, Lily came to the store and slammed the piggy bank to the ground, and she counted the gold coins on the ground with her young hands, but the boss told her that the money was not enough and kicked her out, and Lily took advantage of the boss to clean up the debris. Put down the school bag, take off the coat, rushed directly to the bathroom, took out the bucket and mop, skillfully wiped the floor, and carefully cleaned the dust on the shoe cabinet. Even the customers who came and went were complimenting Lily. After Lily finishes cleaning the upper, she will put a paper crane next to it when Lily finishes cleaning. The boss came over and asked Lily what her dad's shoe size was, and Lily took out a well-sized branch. Look at Lily's dedication. The boss gave her a brand new pair of shoes, while on the other side, her father and sister Lucy came to pick up Lily from school, but Lily was told that she had left early today, and when they looked around a few times and were about to go home to check, Lily had been waiting at home for a long time. Dad grabbed Lily and questioned Lucy anxiously, afraid that her sister would be hurt, and hurriedly pulled Lily away. When Dad saw the shoes that Lily brought back, he immediately fell into self-blame, and his daughter tried hard to buy herself a gift. But he yelled at his daughter. Lucy told her father to pretend not to see the gift, and also restored the packaging according to her sister. She and her father said to Lucy that if something happened to him, he must take care of his sister. Lucy agreed, and early the next morning, Lily carefully took the gift and walked up to her father, wishing him a happy birthday, and hoping that his father would not be angry, and his father happily took the gift and put on brand new leather shoes. Full of gratitude to Lily, but Lucy couldn't be happier. He knew that his father was very sick, and he didn't go to the treatment because the family didn't have any money, so he didn't go to the treatment for a long time, and his father used the excuse that he still had something to deal with, and promised his daughters to bring sweet cakes when they returned. He found his father, John, who was rich and rivaled, but he didn't mention his current situation, but only begged his father to take good care of the two children if he had an accident, and his father was full of disdain, thinking that it was his daughter-in-law who asked him to ask for money. By the time John Sr. reacted, his son was already far away. Dad looked at the expensive cake and had some difficulty, but for the sake of his daughter, he still bought it, but on the way back, his condition worsened, and he didn't pay attention to his feet and ran to the middle of the road. Unexpectedly, what I was waiting for was the sad news of my father's death. Fortunately, the police appeared in time to stop the neighbors from looking at the poor sisters, and the police left them a little living expenses, but the neighbors turned around and called the orphanage on the other side in order to occupy the house. Grandfather John learned in the newspaper that his son had died, and he sent someone to immediately find his son's residence, and at the same time, the orphanage staff had come to the house to take the two sisters away, but they would be sent to different places. In order not to be separated from her sister, Lucy takes Lily to the city to find her grandfather, and they take the only photo of her grandfather, and tie her parents' wedding rings to a rope, one by one. Then fled the house through the window. But as soon as they ran out, they met their grandfather, whom they had never met. But it was this passing that completely changed the fate of the two sisters, and the sisters were intercepted by gangsters while waiting for the bus. Seeing that her sister was bullied, Lily stepped on the gangster's foot fiercely, and the other took the opportunity to steal the wallet. When Lucy found out, she told Lily to stay where she was, and waited for her to chase after her, but Lily was afraid of being alone. He chased him out, but was hit by a speeding car. The perpetrator took Lily to the car in order to evade responsibility. Instead of being taken to the hospital, Lucy was taken home, and Lucy alerted the police when she asked for her wallet, and she told the police that she had a younger sister, but when she returned, she found that Lily was gone, and Lucy, who was in a hurry, began to ask around, but was pulled back to the police station, and it happened that Grandpa's men went to the police station to inquire about the whereabouts of the two sisters, and Lucy was afraid of being caught, so she jumped out of the window of the children's home and escaped, and met her grandfather again, but it was another pass. At night, Lucy was surrounded by thugs again, and even punched and kicked her, and after being rescued by Jack and asked for her wallet to be treated simply, they came to the school to help Lucy find her grandfather's address. On the other hand, Lily finally woke up after a day of wandering. It's just that she has lost her memory, and she doesn't even remember her own name, and she only has a ring engraved with her mother's name on her body, which makes the couple have mixed feelings. After a struggle of thoughts, they took Lily to the station and left her alone. Fortunately, she met a kind uncle and sent her home, so as not to be suspected, the couple reluctantly left Lily. But Lily has never had a good day, and if she is not careful, she will be abused by the fat woman, and their daughter often bullies Lily, and what supports Lily is the ring engraved with her mother's name, and her sister decided to find her grandfather first to find Lily. When he came to his grandfather's company, he was stopped by the security guards, and Jack promptly revealed that Lucy was John's granddaughter, and this scene happened to be seen by the grandfather on the side, watching the injured granddaughter, and the grandfather held Lucy in his arms. After getting a promise from her grandfather that she would find Lily, Lucy collapsed weakly to the ground, and then her grandfather took her to the hospital, and after Lucy woke up, she asked her grandfather if she was really as rich as she said on the internet, and her grandfather did not deny it. But Lucy hopes that this is not true, because Dad has no money for treatment, but Grandpa's wealth is unrivaled in the country, and after a period of recuperation, Grandpa takes Lucy back to his home and offers a large reward to find Lily, and soon FBL finds the fat woman's vehicle. The fat woman sold her car for fear of going to jail, and her family fled the city overnight, and in the blink of an eye, 10 years have passed, and Lily has taken on her mother's name to live again, but her treatment is the same as before. I can only pick the leftover fruit every day, and my sister Lucy has never given up looking for her sister, and once someone provides clues, she will give a good reward, and Lucy finally found the fat woman and his wife, but they said that Lily has been alone for a long time. I don't know where she was. Lucy left a business card. If she saw Lily, she wanted them to inform her daughter Anna, who was a fat woman. When she learned about it, she decided to do something big, and she secretly took Lily's ring. At night, pretending to be Lily, she found her sister Lucy and put the ring on the table directly, and Lucy, who was thinking about her sister, decided that Anna was her sister after seeing the ring engraved with her mother's name, and then took her back to her grandfather's villa. However, the cousin thinks that Anna's behavior is suspicious and not like her sister's description of Lily, but Lucy is still willing to believe that Anna is her sister. Faced with her sister who has been separated for 10 years, Lucy has to slowly make up for the guilt she feels for her sister, but Lily is not so lucky, and the fat woman is afraid that Lily will affect herself. Pretty quietly kicked her out of the house. My sister took her sister out early in the morning to buy clothes. Anna, who had never been treated like this, was about to move to the mall, and Lucy, who instantly became the eldest lady, found Lily and laughed at her. She was still doing dirty and tiring work, but Lily didn't take these vanities in her eyes at all. Annoyed, Anna pushes Lily, but is smashed into the hospital by the falling box. Lily didn't care about it, and still cared about Anna's situation, but her sister Lucy was afraid that the imposter sister would be hurt again, and had a quarrel with Lily, and the first meeting between the two sisters was very unpleasant, and everyone in the mansion felt that Anna had no family genes. So her aunt took her wooden comb, and then handed it to her father, and asked him to take it for testing. Lily was fired for hurting the boss's granddaughter, and even the damaged items were counted on her head, and Lily, who only worked for 1 day, not only did not get a salary, but owed 2,000 yuan. With nowhere else to go, Lily has to go to her neighbor Tom, who learns from Tom's family that a large company is hiring, and Lily and her sister Lucy come to the company at the same time, but Lucy has a good education after defecting to her grandfather. The interview was for a senior position, and Lily was worried about making a living, even though it was just a janitorial job, and Lily didn't want to miss it, and the owner of the company was none other than the scheming Jack, who was also Lucy's boyfriend, in order to celebrate Lily's job in a big company. Tom spends all his savings to give her the dress of Lily's dreams as a gift, but when Tom comes to Lily with flowers in his hand, he discovers that she is just a cleaner, and he can't understand that Lily is trying to study but puts down her dignity to clean the toilet. And Lily is now sending people away and carrying foreign debts, so she has to put down her dignity and bow to life. In order to help Lily pay off her debts, Tom came to the underground black market to box, thinking that it was a game without suspense. Tom unexpectedly won, but this also touched the interests of the other party, and then sent his younger brother to teach Tom a hard lesson. Lily felt guilty for this. She knew that Tom loved her deeply, but Lily only regarded him as an older brother. After returning to the company, Lily met her grandfather by chance, but neither the grandfather nor the grandson knew each other's identities, and during the conversation, the grandfather learned that Lily was a college student who had taken a break from school, and although their identities were very different, her grandfather felt very cordial to Lily. The lovely Lily makes the unsmiling grandpa smile kind, but when she gets home, Lily is always speechless in the face of the imposter, although Lucy wants her grandfather to talk to her sister more. However, the incompatible personality makes the scene awkward, and Lucy sees Lily again, while Lily is flipping through the books on her desk, perhaps because her sister is telepathic to her sister, and she is not angry at Lily's behavior. Knowing that Lily is a college student who is on a leave of absence, but her area of interest is the same as that of her younger sister as a child, she tells Lily that she can connect to the e-library to study she in her free time. Lucy asks Anna why Lily can go to college, but she can't. Anna sells her life in an instant, and who will sponsor her to go to school, and Lucy says that she can find a good school at any time if she wants. However, soon after, the assistant handed Anna's test results to John, apparently as expected. Clear the way. She wanted to keep Lily away from her company, and Lily, who grew up in Anna's home, did not agree. Just told her not to contact her in the future. Anna had no choice but to seek help from her mother, and Lily soon received a call from her uncle saying that his wife had cancer and wanted to see Lily. She came to the house and found that his wife was still alive and well, and her uncle was holding Lily's mobile phone and scolding her boss. Lily realized that she had been fooled and cut off relations with them, and she was also fired for insulting the leader, and the squid plan was successful, and Anna only waited for the old man to return to the west to get the property. At this time, Grandpa rushes in and reveals Anna's true identity, and then asks her where Lily really is and how she got the ring, and Anna lies that Lily died 10 years ago, which deeply pierces Grandpa's heart. Grandpa didn't know how to tell Lucy the news that Lily was no longer in the world, and the company was properly managed by Jack, and under the double blow of the stock plummeting, Grandpa's health also appeared, and he even began to make a will. Lucy suspected that she was pregnant, took a test, and while her sister was out, Anna did something on the test strip, and when Lucy came back, she was very surprised to see the results, and then she told her grandfather about her pregnancy. The grandfather confidently said that he would live to see his great-grandson, and then he approached Anna and asked her to continue playing Lily until Lucy gave birth to the child, and she would be paid handsomely when the mission was completed, otherwise the family would be sent to prison immediately. Anna secretly rejoices in her cleverness, and in order to resolve the crisis of trust, the company specially hired a supervisor. Except for the abnormal, everything is normal, and Lily becomes the secretary in charge under Jack's introduction. After a few days, the PR team did not make any progress, and Lily pointed out that young people are the key group at present, and getting recognition of the company's products from them and posting them online will definitely resonate with more people. Everyone was also inspired to express their opinions and improve the strategy. The effect also exceeded expectations, which also made Lily unusually promoted, and Lucy told Jack about her pregnancy, but instead of getting married, he abandoned Lucy. A few days later, Anna found the doctor in advance, gave her a big red envelope, and told her that no matter what the result was, Lucy did not follow the routine after coming to the hospital, but went directly to do the ultrasound, and Lucy was very calm in the face of the result of not being pregnant. After all, he had broken up with Jack, but within a few days, Jack and Lily came together, and this scene was seen by Away, and he could only release the anger in his heart by boxing. This day Lucy and Lily finished chatting about work and prepared to go home separately. Lily, on the other hand, was kidnapped by the men in black. "What are you doing? Let her go." However, under the threat of the gang's bottomless line, Lily still calls Tom, and Tom brings someone to rescue him when he learns about it. But as soon as they found the hiding place of the sisters, the brothers were arrested by them. Tom promised to play the game, but he had to release the people first. But the bald head reversed himself and refused to release the person after the game, and the bald head was an important part of Jack's efforts to bring down the company. But when he learns that Lily and Lucy have been arrested, he puts his plan on hold and chooses to save people first, and Tom calls Lily despite his pain and wants him to leave, but Lily doesn't listen to him, and Tom has nowhere to vent to find Anna. Drunk, Anna, who was afraid of being kicked out of the house, told Jack's plan directly to his grandfather, and since Jack sent young Lucy back to his side, his grandfather entrusted him with important responsibilities and control. Angry grandfather had a heart attack directly in the hospital. Jack learned that it was Anna who told him the secret. He knew that Grandpa would not let him go, regardless of the situation of his accomplices, and took Lily away to fly high, which made Lily hesitate a little when he just stabilized. But under Jack's persuasion, Lily still agreed, and after the grandfather woke up, he went directly to his daughter to call the police to catch Jack. At this time Lily had already packed her luggage and left a letter for Tom's family, thanking them for their help when they were most helpless. Tom was blocked by the police, and Lily waited at the airport for 2 hours without Jack, and finally had to leave on her own to find a new place to live, but she could only afford to pay for a week's room, and the next day Jack's accomplice Jim found Lily. Because her appearance affects Jack's career and tells her that Jack is now in prison, which makes Lily, who is deeply in love, unable to accept it for a while. For the sake of her beloved man, Lily chooses to leave and gives Jim the key to the apartment. And Lucy also begged her grandfather not to sue Jack. After all, she had been in love for 10 years, and she couldn't bear to see Jack spend the rest of his life in prison. Grandpa comes to the prison and finds Jack, who admits that he treats him well, but doesn't understand why he wants to bring down the company. And Jack also told the secret that had been hidden in the psyche for many years, when his father and grandfather founded the company together, but he was kicked out halfway, and finally died in a fire due to drunkenness and his mother. Jack always thought that his grandfather betrayed his father. Grandpa told Jack the truth. His father took all the towels and quit the company, and in the years since he left, the company has always given him dividends. And Jack, who learned the truth, regretted not doing it in the first place. Ask a question about Lucy. Did you bring her to me on purpose? Do you have any plans to make her fall in love with you? I never wanted to hurt Lucy's feelings. Grandpa didn't want to see Lucy upset, so he bailed Jack out and went through the experience of being kidnapped together. Lucy and Lily seem to be getting closer again, but Lily doesn't show up for work for a few days, which makes Lucy a little worried, and then she calls Lily, but Lily is in a very bad state. Asha. Are you okay? A little worried, and he wanted Lily to do a blood test to make sure it was alright, but Lily refused the test because she didn't sign it. Lucy says she will cover all the costs, and Lily dreams about a man's funeral and 2 crying little girls, and the reality of the dream is as if she had experienced it herself. However, all this was heard by the ubiquitous Anna, and Lily did not want to owe favors and secretly chose to be discharged from the hospital. But after a few days, Lily's condition worsened again, and at the doctor's request again, she did a blood test, and the result was leukemia, and there was only half a year left, and her uncle found Anna for money because of gambling debts, and threatened to tell her grandfather the truth if she didn't give it. Anna had to give him all the money on her body, but her uncle looked for her several times, and Anna couldn't bear it, and Anna found someone to flatten the fat uncle, and was just rescued by the passing grandfather's driver, and the fat uncle told Anna about pretending to be Lily in the chat. He also told him Lily's true identity, and the driver told his grandfather about it, which made his grandfather understand why he didn't know Lily but was so kind, so he hurriedly searched for Lily's whereabouts, but had a car accident on the road. Grandpa died of his injuries. The driver was seriously injured and fell into a trance, and was taken to the hospital, and Anna, who was afraid that the matter would be revealed, came to the ward and turned off the ventilator. However, when leaving, she encounters Lily's illness, which makes Lily weaker and weaker, but during the conversation, she discovers that Anna is wearing a ring that she has lost. She snatched it back from Anna's hand with all her might. "This is my ring." Anna tried to reach for it, but she didn't know how much it meant to Lily. The token to prove her identity is gone, and Anna wants to make a fake fool, and in order to convince Lucy, who is already in charge of the company, tells her about her grandfather's test of Anna's DNA before his death, and Lucy obviously doesn't believe it. But in order to save the family that was about to fall apart, Lucy still did a DNA test with Anna, but the result was unexpected, and the probability of Lucy's relationship with Anna was 0, and the fact was in black and white. Anna finally told the truth. By this time Lily was terminally ill, and the memories of her childhood were gradually coming back to her mind, and she finally remembered that her sister's name was Lucy, and Lucy also rushed to the hospital, and the two finally met after 10 years. "I told you not to leave." "I'm not going to leave you." "Someone save her, hurry up and call a doctor." Thing was interrupted. The pulse of the moon was unstable. "Go to the rescue room."
Быстро, быстро, все быстро!
"Don't leave me." Of a suitable bone marrow transplant. Lucy did not hesitate to ask for a match, and the successful matching of blood type also gave Lily hope for life. But Lily's immunity is now declining. She was transferred to a sterile ward, and her friends are encouraged that Lily will definitely defeat the disease. But on the day of the operation, Lily had a high fever of 39 degrees, and the operation had to be delayed for a day. After a day of hard work by the doctor, Lily's fever was gone, and it was a lot of grinding. Lily's surgery was quite successful, and Lucy hoped to take Lily abroad for rehabilitation after the operation. Lily rejected her sister's request, and the ambitious Jim saw that Jack had abandoned the secret and was planning to transfer the company's funds. But fortunately, Jack found out in time to stop Jim's behavior, helping Lucy keep the company and complete his own redemption. He is finally touched by Tom's meticulous care and asks Tom to marry her. But after Anna learns about it, she pretends to be a nurse again and changes Lily's potion. But this almost cost Lily's life. Fortunately, the nurse found out and stopped the tragedy in time, and Lucy did not call the police to arrest Anna, but only gave her 3 days to disappear forever from here, and Anna will take revenge. She betrays Hugh and finds a gangster, and on the day of Lily's wedding, Anna uses her former family affection to trick Lily into the car, but she is confused and kidnapped, and then handed over to the gangster, and threatens Tom to go to the designated place alone. When Tom arrived, he found Lily tied to the roof of the boat, and the thugs tried to block Tom's way, but he was smashed to the ground in a few clicks. But as soon as Tom rescued Lily, he was stabbed in the vital part by the frenzied thugs. Then he left the 7 songs and ran away in a hurry, although the gangsters were caught by his friends who arrived in time. But Tom was forever in front of his beloved girl. His eyes were open, his eyes. "Tom, Spring, look at me." Lucy also stopped Anna's escape at the airport and was imprisoned for a month, with Lily by her sister's side. They also returned to their childhood home, and their sister clearly remembered where the spare key was the key, and after they left, the creditor took all the belongings in the house. But with the help of her grandfather, Lily decided to live here. Retrieving the memories that had been missing for 11 years, she still remembers a photo of her childhood buried in the ground.
Remember, in life nothing hides under the sun. Whatever you do will still be seen by people. That is the end of the movie. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.